Hey everyone, how's it going? David here. Today I want to talk to you guys about how important it is to be fully authentic. You know, growing up, I would always think that the best strategy for um, being successful or just being safe in general um, in school was fitting in, you know, being like everybody else. And so I did my best to um, try to conform to the norms of the times, right? Dressing like everybody else, speaking like everybody else, wanting to eat the same things, wanting to listen to the same music. And even then, I remember it didn't feel quite right because even at an early age, in middle school, I could tell that I had my own tastes in music and food and clothes that didn't necessarily align with the mainstream notion of what it should be. And so, recognizing that, I said, hmm, this doesn't seem right. But, it's something that is very pervasive in society. You'll go through it. Sorry guys, it's just the the sun in the background here. My bad. Um, it's something that is very hard to let go of completely because we each one of us, we function as part of a larger society, and so we need one another um, in order to survive, right? In order to get the things that we need, and in order for them to get the things that they need from us. We share and we trade. We use money for that reason, but it's very important when trying to build the highest life that you envision for yourself to really express yourself as authentically as you can. Authenticity breeds creativity. I strongly believe in that. When you, as much as you can, you let go of your inhibitions, you let go of the things that you feel like society wants you to conform to. You let that go in terms of who you are as a person. You let yourself be fully expressive, fully yourself. Don't hold back on the things that you like, the things that you want to create, the things that you want to share, the things that you want to express. You know, it's it's so important to be yourself because this life is so short, and what else do we have but expressing our authentic self? It's what's going to make you the most happy in life is fully being yourself. I remember I would feel so unnatural when I would try to either speak like other people. Even growing up in high school and college, I would be drinking, because I thought that that was what was cool, what was going to make me part of the group. But at the end of the day, I only ended up hurting myself, and it wasn't worth it, you know, in terms of what I was getting in return. And I noticed that, and it didn't feel natural. It didn't feel like it was coming from the heart. It felt like I was doing something in order to fit in, and that didn't feel good or right to me. But as I grew up, as I was working on myself through personal development, I noticed how much I was holding back on my own personality in life. And I was always afraid, oh, what people might think, Will people think that I'm weird? Will people think that I'm different from them? Will people ostracize me? But I said, you know what? It's okay. People are going to speak things whether you're being authentic or not. People always have an opinion. And so, might as well be happy while you're doing it, right? Might as well be happy and enjoy your life and feel like you're living it completely authentically. You're being yourself. You're letting your own true character shine through you. You're living from your heart. That's in alignment with your highest self. You know what I mean? It's, for example, a simple example, if somebody wants to do gardening, you know, and that's your passion, that's what really brings out the best in you. You should go for it. Don't hold back for the money, for anything. Go for what you love, you know? And eventually, destiny will bring you to a point where you'll be able to monetize your passion eventually, right? It doesn't happen right away many times. Sometimes it can, but sometimes it requires development over time, such that your skills are so good that people have no other choice but to pay you for all the value that you're giving them. In terms of, you know, for example, your gardening skills, they become world class. You develop mastery in them. And so, whatever it is that you want to do is going to really make you shine your brightest because you're being true to yourself. When you're true to yourself, everything aligns in life. You're going to feel a sense of peace and tranquility, serenity, and full integrity with your life. You feel like your life is going to be integral with who you are, your values, your sense of this is why I'm here on this planet. This is why I'm here. I was born at this time to do this, to express this that I feel deeply inside you, within your heart, and you know that that's what you want. And you're able to express that and give it as a gift to yourself. But you can only do that when you're being fully authentic. Being fake, believe me, I've done it a few times and it doesn't, you'll know right away. And this is a good litmus test. Whatever you want to do or try, if it doesn't feel like it resonates with you on a deep level, then that's your inner core telling you that something isn't right with what you're about to do. You know, something about your essence, your soul is telling you this isn't right. And so this is important to keep in mind. Being authentic is, you know, it's like a flower. When you see it, it's just fully itself. It's expressed with its beautiful petals. It doesn't care if it's liked or not. It just is, and it basks in its own beauty. And there's something beautiful about living life that way. You start to truly live life as opposed to just being alive. You start to truly be alive, and it allows you to be super creative through that, because you're going to have the desire to be creative and express yourself through your own unique way that you feel like is right for you. You're going to feel in tune with your creativity and your soul. So I urge all of you to really look deep inside yourselves, it can help to write this down on paper and say, what do I enjoy doing? What do I love expressing? Um, it could come from the music you like, the movies you like, the TV shows you like. And you can sort of synthesize and say, hey, I see all of these common elements in all these things that I enjoy. And okay, let me see, what would it make sense that, well, it's something that it almost comes naturally to you. You don't even have to think about it, but it's a good exercise to look at everything that you enjoy already and see the patterns and say, listen, I keep seeing this thing, recurring theme, Um, it could be something like all of the themes in my music, TV shows, and movies revolve around nature. And I love nature, so that it makes sense that that's something that I would want to express, um, is nature, because you enjoy it so much as as something that's very meaningful and impactful to you. And yeah, that sort of ties in with life purpose as well. By being authentic, you're able to align with what you enjoy doing, which ties into your life purpose. What were you created on this earth to be and to express? And then from there manifests creativity. When you're in alignment with what you want to do and you're being yourself, you're able to harness the creativity that was always inside of you. It just needed the proper outlet to be able to manifest itself properly. So yeah, it's interesting. I want to shoot more videos next time on life purpose and creativity, so that I can give you guys some examples of those and explain a little bit how those work. But yeah, being yourself, I mean, nothing will ever feel more good in life than being yourself. Just just be yourself. It doesn't matter what other people think. As much as we've been indoctrinated to just be quote unquote normal and be like everybody else, but many times our soul is crying out that we want to express ourselves uniquely. We want to be our own true selves. And your heart will always be knocking on your door. Um, it'll always be knocking on the doors of our heart, that inclination, that sense of, hey, just be you. That's why you're here. Nobody else in this world is like you. You're completely unique in all your aspects and features. And so why not express that and give the world a sense of your own uniqueness? That's what we need in this life. We need people that are unique, that are themselves, that are authentic, that are creating things, that nobody else has created, doing things that nobody else has done. We're not here to live anybody else's life that has already lived, but our own lives, our own unique expression, manifestation of reality. It's so deep when you think about it, being fully authentic. Many times I've hidden my authenticity for fear of not being understood. But the beautiful thing is, as you get older, I feel like it starts to become a little bit easier, because you sort of start to melt into your shell, so to speak. You start to say, okay, I see these things and I appreciate them for what they are, but I'd rather be myself, you know. Um, Yeah, nothing will ever feel more aligned for you to be fully authentic, to be an expression of who you truly are. And you will see the results of that. You'll see that life will feel more magical. In many ways, it'll feel more aligned and easier to work on projects and work on creating the life systematically that you want to create. It'll feel all that more natural and seamless because you're living from your highest expression, being authentic. It's it's foundational. From there, you'll be able to manifest so many things in your life, including your life purpose and being a creator, being creative. So I wanted to share this with you guys on, you know, how beautiful it is to be fully authentic. And there will be certain instances where it'll make more sense to just conform, and you'll have to have discernment and say, okay, in this situation, maybe it's not so much worth it, being completely authentic. You know, silly examples like not wanting to wear shoes at a store. Like, no, I want to be authentic. But, you know, I would say in the highest expression, like when you want to be creative and you want to express who you are, maybe through your clothes or through your style, or where you're going to be creating as a creator, right? Those things you cherish and you hold deeply as yourself. Um, and you don't let anybody take that away from you. You let that be your fullest expression, and you cherish that, and you hold it as your own. You don't let anybody ever take that away from you. That is yours, your God-given ability and gift. Um, we all have it. We all have that ability to be ourselves completely, to let our light shine through as a star that we each are. Um, and so I thank all of you for being the light, in the darkness that you are. Shine bright, shine truly yourself. It's the most beautiful thing that you can ever experience in life. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that, it was of help to hear about authenticity and being yourself. And I hope to see all of you soon. Take care.